underneath the old oak shade, where our dreams first found their feet. We carved our names wild and free in the heart of a summer's heat. Your scarf, it danced upon the breeze like a soft and subtle plea. In that dusty town where the wagon stood, but now it's just a memory. Oh, the wagon walked away with the sunset in its wheels, leaving shadows long and gray, and this heart that never heals. Every gravel road whispers your name through the whispers of the trees. The wagon walked away, my love, and took all my dreams. Now the porch swings along, the echoes of your laughter gone. The saddles gather dust where our tales were spun from dusk till dawn. The cabin stands empty where once the candlelight warmly played. On the trail we walk now, just a fading, jaded, lonely shade. Yes, the wagon walked away with the sunset in its wheels, leaving shadows long and gray, and this heart that never heals. Every gravel road whispers your name through the silence of the breeze. The wagon walked away, my love, and left me on my knees. In the hush of the rain, I feel you close like whispers of the past. Every drop of memory's ghost in a love that couldn't last. I roam these wild lands beneath skies vast and deep, searching for my heart in the promises you couldn't keep. So the wagon walked away under skies turning bleak. My tears mixed with the dust and the words I cannot speak. Every sunset burns red like the scars you left behind. The wagon walked away, my love, and peace I cannot find. The screen fades to the cowboy silhouette against the fading light. Hello as the last note of his ballad drifts in the twilight. In the dawn's gray whisper by the oak tree stand, I recall her laughter scattered like sand. Cold morning on the porch, steam rose like prayers. Her scarf in the breeze, dancing away my cares. Oh, that cold morning when she walked away, left her shadow in my door and my skies turned gray. Every creaking board and whispering wind, echoes of the love that danced on the skin. Years fell like leaves to the ground they'd lay. Old trails turned to dust, gravel roads led astray. Where once we lay 'neath stars, now lies empty space. An old worn saddle and no trace of her grace. That cold morning when she walked away, took the warmth of the sun, left my world in disarray. Now every sunset bleeds into a lonesome shade. Faint memories linger like the promises we made. On a quiet night, the wind whispers truths. In the solitude I confront my youth. Love's a fleeting shadow on a high plains drift, ghost in the cabin where my heart once sit. So that cold morning keeps walking away. Each step she took, time steals a bit more each day. And I'm left holding on to a breeze, a faint perfume, under the endless sky where our love once bloomed. Now she's just a memory that walked away, leaving echoes in the wind and my heart led astray. Out by the old split rail where the wildflowers grow, I carved our names in the oak in the soft morning glow. The years rush like the creek where we first found our dreams, under that blue prairie sky where the eagle still screams. These lands hold the whispers of your laughter so dear, on that rugged old porch, sipping sweet summer beer. The fence echoes your name, the winds of the past, each knot and old nail, a memory that lasts. But the sun sets on even the deepest blue eyes, and the night covers all but the loneliest cries. I reach through the shadows where your love once danced, where the thistle and thread of my heart had its chance. Time wore down the saddle where we rode side by side. Now it hangs in the barn, a relic of strides. The town feels too quiet, the tavern's too cold. Ghosts walk the streets where our future was sold. Your scarf in my pocket, a fragment of grace, as the winter draws in, erasing the trace. The fence echoes your name in the winds of the past, each knot and old nail, a memory that lasts. But the sun sets on even the deepest blue eyes, and the night covers all but the loneliest cries. I search for your shadow in every new dawn, but like dust through my fingers, you're always just gone. On this gravel road journey beneath vast starry skies, I've learned that every cowboy must accept his goodbyes. But in the silence that follows the closing of doors, I still listen for you in the wind on the moors. The
fence echoes your name like a haunting old tune. Under the watch of the moon, I'm still bound to you, yet the sun fades the letters where our young hearts once lay. In the dust of the trails I'll be finding my way. May the echo grow softer as I learn to let go of a love that was lost in the wild long ago.
Out where the oak trees whisper low beneath the vast unending skies, I found a worn-out leather saddle where my deepest heartache lies. By the creek where waters murmur, there's a scarf you left behind. Every thread a tale of summer when your hand was locked in mine. Oh, the winds of time blow through these plains, scented with the wild and free. But they carry dust that stings my eyes as I peer through what used to be. In the saddle haunts I linger, trapped in a love that time can't dawn. Every sunset paints your shadow on the trails we used to haunt. Years have rolled like thunder, rumbling over distant stormy hills. The old porch we danced upon, now silent, empty chills. The town once loud with laughter echoes with our whispered past. Gravel roads we roam together, now just pathways overgrown with grass. Oh, the winds of time blow through these plains, scented with the wild and free. But they carry dust that stings my eyes as I peer through what used to be. In the saddle haunts I linger, trapped in a love that time can't dawn. Every sunset paints your shadow on the trails we used to haunt. Underneath the vast prairie sky, let your memory dance. Rain washes over old regrets, gives a man a second chance. Yet every cabin, every star tells a story of our plight. In the heart of every wilderness, I face the cold, lonely night. So the winds of time blow through these plains, scented with the lost and free, carrying voices of yesterday, tying you forever to me. In the saddle haunts I reckon, some loves are ghosts we can't outrun. Every sunset's a reminder of the love I've never won.
In the shadow of the old sycamore tree where the creek bends low and wild, we carved our names for eternity in the days when I was just a child. Her laughter echoed through the canyon's breath where the dusty trails now lay. Each step away feels closer to death as the twilight steals the day. Lonely fire stays where we used to lay, burning embers under starlit skies. Now the smoke just spirals in a silent praise, while the lone wolf howls and the north wind cries. Lonely fire stays and it burns away all the memories that time can't erase. Here in the ghost of you, what am I to do? Watch the lonely fire stay. Once there was a cabin filled with light where the porch held back the sun. Now cobwebs catch the last rays of night and the saddles come undone. The riverbed's dry, the oak tree has died, no shade for broken dreams. Her scarf in my hand feels like grains of sand slipping through like all my schemes. Lonely fire stays where we used to lay, burning embers under starlit skies. Now the smoke just spirals in a silent praise, while the lone wolf howls and the north wind cries. Lonely fire stays and it slowly decays, the ties to a past that I can't reclaim. Here in the ghost of you, what am I to do but watch the lonely fire stay? So I'll ride these hills, let the dusk wrap its chill as the shadows claim the ground. No whiskey can cure, no time can secure the love that I once found. Lonely fire stays, never quite the same as the silence settles with the frost. Each flickering flame speaking out her name, wondering if I'm lost. Lonely fire stays, this heart forever prays in the ash of memories I trust. Here in the ghost of you, that's all I can do while the lonely fire stays. Yes, the lonely fire stays. Just a whisper in the haze.
In the frost of dawn, by the creek so still, where the oak tree shadows danced upon the hill, your laughter wove through branches cold and bare, an echo in the wind of the love we used to share. I rode past our old wooden porch, worn and gray, where we watched the sunsets at the close of day. But now only whispers on gravel roads remain, and the oak stands silent, enduring the rain. Cold morning drifts where my heart still calls your name. Across the empty cabins, love ain't quite the same. Memories like dust kicked up by a lonesome trail drift away on the wind, but your scent, it never fails. The scarf you left still lies upon my saddle horn, faded now like the fabric of the dreams we sworn. The town seems quieter now you're not here. The laughter's gone, replaced by the quiet I fear. I listen for footsteps on creaky wooden floors, and wonder if you'll pass through those swinging doors. But time's a thief, and it's stolen you, not spared, leaving only the shadows of the love we shared. Cold morning drifts through the emptiness inside, where my heart's a cabin with the doors flung wide. sinking ship. Cold morning drifts, I'm a shadow in the dawn, riding through the memories where our loved ones shone. The heart may move on, but this cowboy spirit knows. In the quiet of the wildlands, old love never goes. Yes, in the cold morning drifts, your memory forever glows. Out where the oak trees shadow old forgotten trails, I first saw her by the creek with her bucket pails. Silver laughter in the wind, scarf dancing free underneath that willow tree. She smiled at me, her eyes like the flicker of a campfire's light, guiding my lonesome heart through the blackest night. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, like initials set in wood where the wild winds blow. Every sunset paints her face on the canvas sky, but it's her absence fills the plains where my memories lie. The years rolled like tumbleweeds past the porch where we stood. That old house now creaks with secrets of the wood. Saddle lies dusty, my boots worn thin with Rome. The trail's grown over where we once dreamed of home. Her scarf caught on a bramble, faded now and torn, whispers to the prairie grass of love forlorn. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, like initials set in wood where the wild winds blow. Every raindrop writes her name in the thirsty ground, but it's her silence fills the air, a haunting sound. By the lantern's pale glow on this empty cabin floor, I trace the lines of time and unlock yesteryear's door. A single teardrop mingles with the ink on this page as I write of love once vibrant, now turned sage. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, carved so deep no seasons can its mark console. And as the stars witness my heart's quiet plea, in every dusty sunset, her smile's all I see. Her smile, oh, her smile, carved eternally. In the shadow of the oak, where wild roses thrive, I carved our names under that endless blue sky. Your silver locket warm in the palm of my hand, a sweet promise as we watch the hourglass sand. Well, that locket watched me leave down the gravel road, with a heart too worn to plead and too broke to hold, under sunset's fading glow, where our dreams did weave, only dust and whispers blow, and the locket watched me leave. Years flew like the sparrows, but we changed with the fall, from the golden fields to the old town hall. Your scarf left on the saddle, the porch swings still. In the quiet of the cabin, time seems to chill. That locket watched me leave through the rain-soaked eves, echoes in the chambers of the love we grieve, in the silence of the pines, where I still believe you're the lingering sigh of the breeze, and the locket watched me leave. On the rim of the canyon, I hear the rivers plead, the whispers of you and me, lost in the tapestry. But every trail I wander, every star I see, is a memory I ponder of what can never be. Yes, that locket watched me leave, and I'm miles past reprieve, a cowboy with his shadows and a soul that can't deceive. As the moon climbs high and thieves the light from me, in the heart of the night, that locket watched me leave. So here's to the love that's gone, to the dust I cleave, on lonely trails forever drawn, where that locket watched me leave. In the shadow of the weeping oaks on Carson's Bend, I found an old scarf blue as the dusk whispering your name. There by the creek where first you kissed my sunburned skin, now just a ghost of summer rains and love that never waned. Lonely fire hides in the ashes of our past, burning remnants of a dream too sweet to last. Under starlit skies, my heart still tries to find you in the smoke of lonely firesides. The town's grown silent, porches empty, dust has settled down. Gravel roads that knew our steps now lead to nowhere's end. And I ride these empty trails with your memory as my guide, aching for the echo of a love that's long been dead. Lonely fire hides in the ashes of our past, burning remnants of a dream too sweet to last. As the sunset bleeds my lonesome creek, is whispered to the wind on plains no one else can see. Oh, and how the rivers run, never looking back, carving canyons deep as the regrets I've tracked. If I could hold you once again, break these rusted chains, I'd give these Roman bones to hear you call my name. Lonely fire hides, is the keeper of my cries. In every crackling spark your laughter never dies. But tonight as the cold encroaches wide, I'll let the river's song lull this heartache into the night. Goodbye, my love, where a lonely fire hides.
Where the oak tree meets the wide whispering wind, I found your scarf, a ghost on the branches worn thin. Remember the porch where we danced under starlit skies. Now it creaks along, serenaded by my weary sighs. Oh, fading light left behind, how it bleeds through the night in the dusty trails where we once walked, now out of sight. Each sunset burns like the love that I've known now decline. In the fading light, in the shadows, you're still intertwined. Gravel roads where we roam now lay quiet and spare. Old cabins whisper tales in the chill of thin air. The saddle where you sat now hangs untouched and old, like the secrets we shared now just memories grown cold. Oh, fading light left behind, how it yearns through the night. Echoes of laughter that drift over fields out of sight. Each sunset's glow is a reminder of a past confined. In the fading light, in the whispers, you're still entwined. Where the willows weep, I see your face in the water's deep. With every raindrop that the clouds provide, I feel you here by my lonely side. Oh, fading light left behind, how it fades into night. A cowboy's heart rides the shadows, chasing the light. In the twilight's embrace where our memories are enshrined. In the fading light, forever you're still intertwined. Through the fading light, my love, you're still intertwined. This tune carries the echoes of a heart that loved as wildly as the lands it roamed, holding on to the past with both hands, even as it slips like sand through the fingers.
Out where the oak tree shadows lay long, under the whispers of the prairie song, sparrow listen on a wire, old and frayed, to the size of my heart like a serenade. By the dusty cabin where we once danced, where love was born in a fleeting glance. Oh, the winds they change, as do hearts, and sparrows fly where morning starts. But my soul's tethered to that porch of pine, under stars where your hand slipped from mine. Sparrow listened as we said goodbye. The sunset wept in a crimson sky. Gravel roads now less traveled by, creek beds dry where we used to lie. An old scarf clings to a branch turned gray, like the color of skies on a stormy day. Echoes of laughter, the shutters slam, silence fills the air as the door frame jams. Oh, the winds they change, as do hearts, and sparrows soar where morning starts. But my soul's tethered to that porch of pine, under stars where your hand slipped from mine. Sparrow listened as we said goodbye. The sunset wept in a crimson sky. Fading trails, the hoof prints disappear, just like us, swallowed by the years. A lone saddle, resting by the shed, memories of you dancing in my head. Sparrow flies, but the story's told in the whispering wind, so raw, so cold. They know of lost love's cost, and sparrows find all that we have lost. Still my soul's tethered to that porch of pine, under stars where forever seemed fine. Sparrow listened, oh sparrow knows, in the quiet towns where the heartache grows. By the fading light where shadows play, I'll sit and wait for the break of day. Where the wild roses used to climb, near the sleepy town by the county line. Old oak tree marks where we'd meet, shadows stretched long, memories bittersweet. That porch swing creaks with ghostly tales of whispered loves, and all else fails. A memory haunts like a lone coyote's cry underneath that vast unending sky. Riding through these plains, just me and my sorrows. Trails gone cold in the dust of our morrows. The cabin stands, but the light's long gone, like the laughter we shared till the break of dawn. Saddle worn and your scarf still blue, but nothing feels right without you. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now just pathways to what we own. Memory haunts like a lone coyote's cry underneath that vast unending sky, chasing shadows where the wild winds blow, holding on to a ghost in the twilight's glow. The rain taps soft on the window pane, echoes of steps calling your name in the silence where I found my fears. The dust settles deep, as do my tears. So memory haunts like a lone coyote's cry, echoing through these fields where my heart lies. Each sunset burns then fades out of view, lost in the twilight, lost without you. As the stars peer down from a sky so vast, I'm holding on to echoes of the past.
Underneath the shadow of an age-old oak, where whispers of the wild wind used to speak, there lies a gravel path where we once roamed, now just fading tracks beside the creek. You wore a scarf of blue, eyes full of dreams. We planned our lives on that old wooden porch, but time, like silent thieves, stole all but screams, left me riding alone with a flickering torch. On this timeless road now washed away, the rains came down, swallowed up our days. Your laughter's echo I chase in vain, like sunsets bleeding in a sky of gray. Where did you go, my heart's refrain, on this timeless road washed away? Mountains stand unchanged by the year's flight, but not those little cabins where love's light burned bright. Your hand in mine seemed nothing could tear us apart. Now it's but a dusty saddle, an empty heart. The evenings when the world turned a softer hue, we'd count the stars, the future seemed so true. But town lights dimmed and so did what I thought I knew, left wandering these trails cloaked in twilight dew. On this timeless road now washed away, the rains came down, swallowed up our days. Your laughter's echo I chase in vain, like sunsets bleeding in a sky of gray. Where did you go, my heart's refrain, on this timeless road washed away? Maybe love's a ghost town, faded and old, haunted by memories in the silence they told. I ride through the whispers where our past sleeps cold, searching for treasure in the heart I still hold. On this timeless road forever washed away, I find you in the breeze, in the dusk's last ray. Though you're gone, my love won't sway. Echoes of you linger in the winds that fray. Where did you go, my heart, forever to say? On this timeless road, eternally washed away. And so I ride love under these weeping skies. Every sunset, every dust trail, your memory never dies.
In the whisper of the prairie, neath the endless dome of blue, I found a dusty cabin where the wild columbines grew. There we carved our names in oak trees as the sunset turned to gold. Your scarf caught in the breeze, dear, in the days of old. Starry night flew with your laughter across the plain so wide. Now each star a silent witness to the tears I've tried to hide. In the hush of lonesome wind, I hear you call my name. Starry night flew with my love, but my heart ain't been the same. Years have worn the leather of the saddle where you rode. Gravel roads less traveled, now with grassy overgrowth. Old porch creaks in silence, no more stories to unfold. Rain taps on the window, oh how cold this world has grown. Starry night flew with your laughter across the plain so wide. Now each star a silent witness to the tears I've tried to hide. In the hush of lonesome wind, I hear you call my name. Starry night flew with my love, but my heart ain't been the same. By the oak I stand alone, where once we danced till dawn. Each leaf a memory fading like the echo of a song. If time is a healer, it's a slow and silent thief, stealing every moment, but this aching bittersweet. Starry night flew with your laughter, now just echoes in the breeze. I walk these empty cabins where your shadow used to tease. With every setting sun, I feel you slip away. Starry night holds my regrets in the twilight of my days.
Out by the old split rail where the wildflowers grow, I carved our names in the oak in the soft morning glow. Years rush like the creek where we first found our dreams, under that blue prairie sky where the eagle still screams. These lands hold the whispers of your laughter so dear, on that rugged old porch, sipping sweet summer beer. The fence echoes your name in the winds of the past, each knot an old nail, a memory that lasts. But the sun sets on even the deepest blue eyes, and the night covers all but the loneliest cries. I reach through the shadows where your loved ones danced, where the thistle and thread of my heart had its chance. Time wore down the saddle where we rode side by side. Now it hangs in the barn, a relic of strides. town feels too quiet, the tavern's too cold. Ghosts walk the streets where our future was sold. Your scarf in my pocket, a fragment of grace. As the winter draws in, a race in the trace. The fence echoes your name in the winds of the past. Each knot an old nail, a memory that lasts. But the sun sets on even the deepest blue eyes, and the night covers all but the loneliest cries. I search for your shadow in every new dawn, but like dust through my fingers, you're always just gone. On this gravel road journey beneath vast starry skies, I've learned that every cowboy must accept his goodbyes. But in the silence that follows the closing of doors, I still listen for you in the wind on the moors. The fence echoes your name like a haunting old tune. Under the watch of the moon, I'm still bound to you. Yet the sun fades the letters where our young hearts once lay. In the dust of the trails, I'll be finding my way. May the echo grow softer as I learn to let go of a love that was lost in the wild long ago. Under the shade of the old oak tree, there's a grave card with your name and a part of me. We laid our love neath the whispering leaves, where the wind tells stories and my heart believes. Oh, summer nights by the creek's soft glow, your laughter mingled with the river's flow. Oh, my heart wears the scars of your memory, like the trails worn deep in the prairie by me. Every sunset paints your face in the skies, in the tear-blurred horizon where my solace lies. Grave carved in the land, grave carved in my soul, where I buried my love and you left a hole. The seasons turned like the pages of a book, from the golden autumns to the winters we shook. The cabin's empty where your scarf lay, on the porch where we danced in the shade we made. Now the gravel road just leads to the past, where shadows grow long and nothing can last. Oh, my heart wears the scars of your memory, like the trails worn deep in the prairie by me. Every sunset paints your face in the skies, in the tear-blurred horizon where my solace lies. Grave carved in the land, grave carved in my soul, where I buried my love and you left a hole. I wander these hills with a lonesome stride, the echo of hooves my only guide. But the dust won't settle and the rain won't clean the parts of this earth where you've once
been deep in the night. I admit to the stars, I'm just a shadow tethered to the scar. Oh, my heart wears the scars of your memory, like the trails worn deep in the prairie by me. Every sunset's a whisper of your voice in the wind, a call to a home I can't find again. Grave carved in the wild under sky so bold, in the heart of the land, in the depths of my soul, where I buried my love with the secrets we told, underneath the oak where the earth holds cold. Out where the old oak shadows the rusted cabin door, Eyes Drifts was a girl with eyes like wild river floors. Underneath the crescent moon, by the lantern's lonely light, we traded promises, soft as the dust of the prairie night. Oh, those eyes, they drift through my dreams, across the barren miles and the silver streams. But love, like old trails, fades under time's harsh hand, leaving me a ghost amongst the sage and the sand. Years pass like the slow turning of an old mill wheel, silent towns forgotten before the wind's mournful keel. The scarf she left behind, a splash of red on withered wood. Nothing stayed the same out here, though I wished it would. Oh, those eyes, they drift through my sorrow, leading me down paths too narrow to follow. But love, like old tales, slips through cracks in the heart, whispering of what tears every dream apart. By the weeping willow where we once lay, I see the shadows lengthen, edges fray. In the cool of the evening, I hear the soft sad sigh of a lone dove calling as if to say goodbye. Oh, those eyes, they haunt my restless nights, a glimmer of stars lost to the city lights. Yet love, like the oak, stands firm against winds of fate, keeping me bound to a memory I can't unmake. So here's to the roads, gravel and grit, to the porches empty where we'd sit. Eyes Drifts, my dear, in the dust's gentle embrace. Forever you roam a heartache I can't erase.
Shadows, old muddy trails, I found a scarf she left tattered and pale, near an empty cabin with its porch swung low. Sunset caught her smile long, long ago. Shattered glass tied down by warm leather straps. Memories like rain through my fingers, perhaps. In the whisper of the wind, she's still my song, but the echoes are the proof that she's gone. Old gravel roads where we used to ride, now just dust and the secrets they hide. The saddle sits empty, the bridle's gone stiff, lost in a world that shifted adrift. Shattered glass tied down by worn leather straps. Memories like rain through my fingers, perhaps. In the whisper of the wind, she's still my song, but the echoes are the proof she's gone. Under the vast, forgiving sky, I roam alone, every star whisper of a love I've known. Oak's roots run deep where fond memories lie, in the land that holds the why of her goodbye. Shattered glass tied down, hearts bound in the fray. Each piece a chapter of the dance sweet sway. Still the wind sings low through empty town streets, where my heart lies buried, where old paths meet. In the quiet of the night, under fading trail stars, I understand now, we are always ours. Shattered glass, not lost, just out of view. In the dusk-kicked sunset, I still reach for you.
In the shadow of a lonesome hill, neath the ancient oak's embrace, where the wind whispers secrets through the leaves' gentle trace, we carved our names young and wild in bark so old and gray, under skies of endless blue, where time just slipped away. Her laughter echoed softly over fields of golden grain, a melody of joy once sung, now a silent haunting refrain. And Lonesome Hill stood still as the world moved on beneath. The sunset bled like my heart when I found she left the breeze. Old saddlebags and dusty trails, my companion since she's gone. On Lonesome Hill I stand alone, by the oak where we belong. The cabin by the creek now wears a coat of dust and despair. The windows like the vacant eyes of a love that's no longer there. Porch where we danced 'neath lanterns light now creaks under my weight. With every step a memory falls like leaves to fate's cruel slate. The rain washes old scars, the paths we walked turned to mud. Her scarf still hangs on the hook untouched, a relic of our love. And Lonesome Hill stood still as the world moved on beneath. The sunset bled like my heart when I found she'd left the breeze. Old saddlebags and dusty trails, my companion since she's gone. On Lonesome Hill I stand alone by the oak where we belong. Now the stars above Lonesome Hill, they judge in silent gaze, pointing to the paths I've shunned since those halcyon days, where the echoes of our laughter and the shadow of her smile guide me like a ghostly light lost between the miles. Lonesome Hill stands still, a monument to dreams we wove, in the tapestry of a starlit sky and the lands we used to rove. The oak tree bears the weight of time as my heart bears the cost of loving one who's gone away and mourning what I've lost. On Lonesome Hill I'll return till my days on earth are still a cowboy, a memory, a shadow where Lonesome Hill stood still.
Out where the oak tree shadows fall like whispers, across the old porch where we share that final kiss. There's an empty cabin on the edge of silence, where my heart still lies in crumbled reminisce. Wind through the doorway spins old tales of glory, dust from the trail where once our dreams did roam. The sun dips low just like the day you left me, in the twilight of our love's abandoned home. Love sleeps in the quiet places under stars that watched us then, riding trails now blurred and faded where hopes drift like dust in the wind. Oh, love sleeps but it never dies as the night claims the sunset's flames, in every shadow neath the moon's watchful eyes. In the silence I still hear your name. Gravel roads, they whisper of your footsteps. The rain recalls the tears that we once shed. An old scarf holds the scent of your laughter, fading slowly on the chair beside our bed. We spoke of love as if it lasts forever, but forever's just a moment passing through. Now I wander lost, a ghost in empty spaces. Every corner of this world echoes with you. Love sleeps in the quiet places under stars that watched us then, riding trails now blurred and faded where hopes drift like dust in the wind. Oh, love sleeps but it never dies as the night claims the sunset's flames, In every shadow neath the moon's watchful eyes, in the silence I still hear your name. So here's to the dreams on which the dusk is falling, to the whispered goodbyes and the time we borrow, and the heart that hopes beyond the grasp of sorrow, that finds the strength to greet another morrow. Love sleeps where the wild river bends, in the echoes of a lonesome endless sky. I'll carry you in verses till my journey ends, in the melody that never says goodbye. Oh, love sleeps, but it never dies, caught between the earth and open blue, with every sunset that the dark embraces. In the quiet, I'm still loving you.